Do you feel like happiness is always just out of reach? Like no matter what you do, you can never quite attain it? It's a common struggle that many of us face, but what if there was a way to break free from this endless cycle of striving and start living a truly fulfilling life? That's where the happiness trap comes in. Who is suitable to read the book? The truth is, anyone can benefit from the powerful insights and techniques found within the happiness trap. Whether you're dealing with depression, anxiety, stress, or just a general feeling of dissatisfaction, this book will give you the tools you need to break free from negative thought patterns and start living a life of true happiness and fulfillment. The key to the happiness trap is a powerful technique known as acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT. This approach is based on the idea that struggling to avoid or get rid of negative thoughts and emotions only makes them stronger. Instead, by accepting these feelings and learning to focus on what truly matters in life, we can break free from the cycle of negativity and start living a more meaningful, fulfilling existence. So if you're ready to stop struggling and start living, The Happiness Trap is the book for you. Watch this video to learn more about how you can apply the lessons of this life-changing book in your everyday life and start experiencing true happiness and fulfillment today. The Happiness Trap. We learn about the happiness trap and how it affects us. We often believe that we need to get rid of negative thoughts and emotions in order to be happy. But in reality, this is impossible and can lead to a cycle of suffering. Instead, we can learn to accept our thoughts and feelings and focus on living a meaningful life. Do you believe that happiness is the ultimate goal of life? Well, the truth is, chasing happiness can actually make you feel more unhappy. In this chapter, you'll learn about the happiness trap and how it can prevent you from living a fulfilling life. The pursuit of happiness can lead to anxiety and disappointment. The concept of acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, which helps you accept negative emotions and focus on what truly matters in life. You're not who you think you are. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in your own head? This chapter explores the concept of the thinking self and the observing self. The thinking self is the voice in your head that constantly judges and criticizes your thoughts and emotions. The observing self is the part of you that can step back and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. By connecting with your observing self, you can gain more clarity and perspective on your life. Mindfulness, which is a powerful tool for managing our thoughts and emotions. By being present in the moment and paying attention to our experiences, we can develop a more positive relationship with ourselves and the world around us. The happiness trap in everyday life. Learn about values and how they can guide us in our lives. By identifying what is truly important to us and aligning our actions with our values, we can experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment. We often try to avoid negative emotions by distracting ourselves or suppressing our feelings. However, this only leads to more suffering in the long run. Instead, accept our negative emotions and focus on our values and goals. The book provides practical tools and exercises for putting the ideas into practice. These include techniques for diffusing negative thoughts, managing difficult emotions, and taking action towards our values. Expansion. Expansion is the idea that we can learn to accept and make room for difficult emotions, rather than trying to avoid them. This chapter explains how expanding our emotional range can help us find happiness and fulfillment. Expansion is all about embracing the present moment with an open and curious mindset, even when it's difficult. In this chapter, the book encourages us to stop avoiding difficult situations and instead confront them with a sense of curiosity and openness. By doing so, we learn to accept all of our thoughts and emotions, including the painful ones. To apply this concept in life, try to approach challenging situations with an open mind and focus on the present moment instead of worrying about the past or future. For example, if you're feeling anxious about an upcoming meeting, try to focus on the present moment by taking deep breaths, tuning into your senses, and noticing your surroundings. Embrace the feeling of discomfort and let it pass through you without trying to resist it. Another way to practice expansion is to cultivate a sense of curiosity in your everyday life. For instance, try something new like cooking a dish you've never tried before, taking a different route to work, or engaging in a new hobby. By embracing new experiences with a sense of curiosity and openness, you'll expand your horizons and grow as a person. Remember, expansion is all about learning to accept and embrace all aspects of your life, even the difficult ones. By doing so, you'll find greater peace and fulfillment in your everyday life. Diffusion. Diffusion is the practice of stepping back from our thoughts and emotions and seeing them for what they are, just words and feelings, rather than absolute truths. This chapter explores how diffusion can help us overcome negative thinking patterns and move towards a more positive mindset. Values. Values are the things that are most important to us in life, our guiding principles. This chapter explains how clarifying our values can help us find meaning and purpose, even in the midst of difficult times. Committed action. Committed action is the idea that we can take purposeful steps towards our goals, even if we don't feel like it. This chapter explores how committed action can help us find a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction, even when things are tough. Self as context. Self as context is the practice of seeing ourselves as the observers of our experiences, rather than being defined by them. This chapter explains how developing self as context can help us find peace and fulfillment, even in the midst of difficult times. Fusion and diffusion in relationships. This chapter explores how the concepts of fusion and diffusion can affect our relationships with others. Fusion is when we become too enmeshed with others, losing our sense of self in the process. Diffusion is when we become too detached and isolated. The chapter provides strategies for finding a healthy balance between these two extremes. Values in relationships. Values are just as important in relationships as they are in our personal lives. This chapter explores how clarifying our values can help us build more fulfilling and meaningful relationships with others. Committed action in relationships. Committed action is just as important in relationships as it is in our personal lives. This chapter explores how taking purposeful steps towards our goals can help us build stronger and more resilient relationships with others. Mindfulness in relationships. Mindfulness can also be a powerful tool for improving our relationships with others. This chapter explores how being present and non-judgmental in our interactions with others can help us build more meaningful and authentic connections. By the end of the book, we learn that happiness is not a destination, but a journey. It is not about getting rid of negative thoughts and emotions, but rather about accepting them and focusing on what truly matters to us. By applying the principles in the book, we can learn to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. The Happiness Trap: How to Stop Struggling and Start Living book is helpful for those who struggle with negative thoughts, stress, anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. The book provides practical tools and techniques to help individuals overcome their negative thoughts and emotions and live a more fulfilling life. It helps people identify their values, set goals, and take action towards achieving them. The book is also beneficial for those who feel stuck in a rut or want to make positive changes in their life. Overall, it's a great resource for anyone who wants to improve their mental health and well-being. So there you have it, folks. The Happiness Trap: How to Stop Struggling and Start Living is a powerful book that teaches us to break free from the endless pursuit of happiness and live a more fulfilling life. With its practical and actionable advice, you'll be able to let go of your inner demons and create a more meaningful existence. Whether you're struggling with anxiety, depression, or just the everyday stresses of life, this book will provide you with the tools you need to move forward and find happiness within yourself. So why wait? Start living the life you truly deserve today.